Alright guys, on the last video there are a few things that I forgot to mention. So I'm going to mention those really quickly. Number one, with your attack base, the reason for these resonators and the reason you want them touching as many power plants as possible, because that as you upgrade these resonators, the reason I have them upgraded so far past my power plants is because it raises my power production exponentially. Because by upgrading this I keep saying resonator, damn it. By upgrading this accumulator, it increases the continuous production of all these power plants around it. Okay, so that's why. And you know what? I wonder. This is a little trick that you can do to see. So that will increase my power production. So by having this one higher, because it touches 7 power plants instead of 6 like this one does, it increases my power. So when you move things around, you'll be able to tell by how much it increases your power by looking right there. Okay. Say if I was to take this one and move it over here, it's going to decrease it. So it's going to be negative, it's 16,835 lower than what it is in this case. Okay. In fact, if I was to do this again, and I'll show you how that works. Okay. So if I take this one now and move it, come on. Oh shit, I didn't do that right. What the? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, this thing's all jacked up. But anyways, so you get the point. You get kind of how that works. Now let's move it back over. And I'm back up 16,835. Okay, so you can see up there where it's at. Now, so upgrading your resonators will increase your power production exponentially. And as these become too expensive to upgrade, then you want to start upgrading your power plants around it. And when your power plants become, expensive enough to upgrade, then you go back to your accumulators and you switch on and off. Okay. What else was I going to say? And it works the exact same with your credit bases. So if I go down to a credit base, a power plant being attached to as many refineries as possible raises my credit production exponentially. Okay, because by upgrading this, it raises the credit production in all of these refineries around it. So try to get power plants touching as many refineries as possible. Try to get accumulators touching as many power plants as possible in attack bases. Beyond that, another good reason for having your resonators so high is because you want continuous production. So package production means a good deal. Look at my package production, 625,000. But you want continuous production the highest. Why? Because right now I'm on move recovery for 10 hours and 16 more minutes. I don't get any package production. As you can see, it says in the red right there, package production paused. So every time I move my base, I lose that package production until my move recovery is up. So 625,000 per hour is not being accumulated because I'm on move recovery. So, especially in your attack bases, you're going to be moving them quite often because you're going to attack, you're going to gain POIs, and you're going to move. You're going to attack, gain more, and you're going to move. Okay, continuous production stays the same. Continuous production keeps on going, and I believe the alliance bonus as well you keep on getting. So right now I'm getting like 4 million off of that, which is pretty good. So the resource package production, it's good to have, but it's better to have a really high continuous production because that doesn't stop when you're on move recovery. Upgrading your power plants adds to, it adds a little bit to your continuous production, but the main thing that it adds is to your package production. Adding accumulators or upgrading accumulators doesn't add to your package production. Package production depends solely on the level of the power plant. It doesn't depend on, any crystal fields around it or accumulators. But continuous production, when you have crystal fields around a power plant, that adds to its continuous production. When you have accumulators around a power plant, that adds to its continuous production. And upgrading it will upgrade both its continuous and its package production. So that's one thing that you really want to focus on, is having a high continuous production for anything that you have, because when you move, your package production stops, but your continuous keeps going. That's why they call it continuous. So yeah, there you go. Just a little word of advice for anybody who's been wondering. So